Hello friends, this is Archangel with Crypto Angel, and today I'd like to go over liquidity pools and kind of try and help us get our heads wrapped around how liquidity pools work for beginners and how impermanent loss plays into those liquidity pools. So for this video, we're going to just keep things as simple as possible. We're not actually going to get into impermanent loss on this particular video. We're just going to get our heads wrapped around how liquidity pools work. So I'll do another video on how impermanent loss plays into those liquidity pools. So just for visualization, I drew up this little friendly diagram here. And so this is what a balanced liquidity pool looks like. So they go very Thanos on these things. And, you know, as he says, perfectly balanced as all things should be. Liquidity pools take a note out of that book, and they have to be balanced. So they have to hold that 50-50 ratio among the pair. So in this example that we're going to use, we're going to look at Leash and Ethereum since they're kind of one-to-one. For this example, we'll just make them one-to-one. And so if Leash on this side went up to $5,000, that would create an imbalance in the liquidity pool. So with that in mind, I drew up this little diagram over here. And so we'll look at if we just held the tokens without putting them into a liquidity pool. So here we've got our ETH coin, and over here we've got our Leash token, and we'll just assume these are one-for-one match. So we'll say that each one is worth $2,500, and we've got one coin and one token of each of those. So for the sum total of $5,000. Now we'll say that Leash itself goes up to $5,000 and Ethereum stays at $2,500. And so at the end of the day, in the future of that scenario, then we still have one Ethereum token and one Leash token. And that brings us to a total of $7,500. I think that's pretty basic there, that, you know, there's nothing really transacting there. We're just hodling and hoping for the best. So we'll bring this back down here and now look at the liquidity pool example. And for that, we need our balancing beam here. And so again, we're going to start off at a $2,500 each for each of these coin token pair. And so we've got our Ethereum token at 1 and our Leash token at 1. Each one is worth $2,500. So our balance line here is drawn at that $2,500 mark. So when we start off the pair, it's in perfect balance. And that's one of the things that we really need to remember. So let's say we'll use that same scenario again, where Leash goes up to $5,000. So this puts the total pool value of $7,500. So that moves our balance up to a halfway point of $7,500 to that $3,750. Now here we're under on our Ethereum and over on our Leash, and we'll just rotate this here, and we can see that really creates an imbalance there. So the way a liquidity pool works is that it will draw that balance line at the $3,750, the halfway mark, because we're not losing dollar value yet. We're just going to be losing tokens, and through multiple transactions that will go up and down for each one, we'll end up at that $3,750. So at the end of the day, we'll still have $7,500 of value, and we'll hold that increase. So that $2,500 increase that we got in both, we'll still get that $2,500 increase. But now in the pool, we have 1.5 Ethereum tokens and 0.75 Leash tokens. So with this, we can see that we've lost part of our Leash token because of the value increase. And the way liquidity pools work, when there's an imbalance like that, there's what's called an arbitrager that will come in and buy Leash out of the pool and sell Ethereum into the pool to help create this balance. So I'm not really going to dive into the mechanics or the math of how that works, just mainly know that the liquidity pool has to be balanced. And this is assuming that this is the first transaction in that liquidity pool. So with that, I hope this explains how liquidity pools work. And then the next video that we'll look at is how this translates to impermanent loss. So if you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below. And again, thank you for your support for this channel. And with that, Archangel out.